Hey, what's up everyone? Adam here with brahwegotthis, and today we're going to talk about the new boss content that is coming with Deadlands DLC update for ESO. This content is supposed to be trial level encounters according to the ESO website article, and on the stream they said these were basically World Boss Plus. These are wandering executioners. I'm going to break down what I think about the content. Does it really live up to the difficulty? Are they fun? And is it a piece of content that I'm going to keep going back and doing? Now keep in mind, this is what I've experienced so far. I do want to give a shout out to my patrons real quick. Thank you so much for supporting. If you like becoming a patron, check out the link below in the description. You can get your name up here and many other perks. And you can watch me play live at twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. You can join our Discord, and you can check out our website at brahwegotthis.com. All that is in the description. So to start off, there are 3 wandering executioners in the Deadlands, according to ZeniMax. So far, I've only found 1, and I've killed it a couple of times. I can confirm that this is a very difficult encounter to solo, and I got absolutely dumpstered multiple times when trying to solo it. I had to call for help in the zone chat every single time. I don't think there's a way I can solo this unless I really build for it. But grouping up with fellow adventurers was actually really fun to do this, and people were just swarming it, and it was actually a really fun fight. So far from my experience of the fight though, they definitely have mechanics that you need to avoid or watch out for. The one I have killed has this mechanic where it puts this like flaming dot on you, and it like stacks, it seems like, and it hurts so bad, and it's killed me multiple times. It also has like a swinging 2-hand heavy attack that even if you block does like 22k damage. So it's kind of a nuts encounter when it comes to that. And I also saw a Ruin Arc get summoned and a few other ads that left like a pool of lava, which was really interesting as well. So they definitely do have mechanics. I also timed how long until we killed a boss, and then I saw another one, and the timer I got was around 5 minutes. I'm not sure if multiple can be up at once. I feel like that's a no, just because they are like a public event of sort, so like you wouldn't have 2 Hero Storms up or 2 Dolmens up at the same time. So I feel like only 1 can be up at a time, and it may spawn even quicker than 5 minutes. I also saw someone in the zone chat say that they spawn on the main roads, and I can confirm that. I think it's the 3 times that I fought the Wandering Executioner, it was always on the main roads. So like the main roads would just be like, you know, like the big paths that you see on the maps. I don't think like the dotted paths count, but again, that is not confirmed. It's just from the 3 times that I've done it, that was 100% correct. So that's something to also keep in mind. And regarding the loot, all I got was some overland set items from the times that I killed it. I'm not sure if anything special drops from it yet. There could be leads that drop. There could be items that you could sell for a lot. Maybe like, you know how when you do Hero Storms, you have Vile Coagulant, and that sells for like a good bit to vendors. You also maybe could get motifs from them, maybe furnishing plans. I'm not really sure, but the 3 drops I got were just overland loot. So now I want to break down what I thought about the bosses. For one, I thought the aesthetic and the art style of the one I fought was really cool. I love how it slugs its 2-handed axe on the ground, almost like it's a slave to Mehrunes Dagon, because it probably is, but it kind of reminded me of the 9 in Lord of the Rings that kind of just do Sauron's will. It just was really cool to me. I loved that aspect. The fight, again, was actually really fun. I thought that was an enjoyable piece of content with the players that I did it with. When I tried soloing it, I mean, I really had no shot. So if you want to solo these, then you need to definitely spec into something that will be able to handle that dot and the massive swing that it hits you with. So I think if, you know, solo players, if you want a challenging piece of content, I think this will be challenging for you to solo. Now, does it live up to the difficulty they were saying, being a World Boss Plus, and the website article talking about a trial level material? For one, I don't think it's trial level just because so many people can crash it and probably destroy it. But if you have a small group or a group of 6 people, it's definitely a World Boss Plus for sure. I felt that the difficulty overall was stronger than a World Boss, but not on the level of like a trial boss in my opinion, because we did it with like 4 to 6 players, sometimes more. But I will say that I like the aspect that they roam. I think this in itself is a mechanic and something that you aren't really expecting as you travel on the road. So in a way, unless you are hunting them out, they will probably catch a lot of players off guard, and a lot of players will not be prepared to fight them. So they're going to either die a lot or they're going to have to call for help. So that mechanic in itself is a tough thing, because you will really need to make sure some people are fighting it with you if you're just questing. Can you imagine just like someone on the road just doing their normal quests, and then this thing just walks up and smacks them, and they're like, dude. And so like you're definitely gonna, I feel like, feel the pain with these at some point while you're questing, and you're gonna be like, oh crap, and you have to like take like a detour or something. So that is interesting to me when it comes to that aspect. So the next question, are they fun? I believe from the couple of times that I did them, they were enjoyable. It's hard to tell if they will continue to be enjoyable based on a couple of factors, which I'm about to explain in the last question here. And that question is it a piece of content that I'm going to keep going back and doing? The answer is still yet to be answered for me personally, mainly because I'm not sure what the allure of killing these are yet. I need to do more research and more fighting to see. And right now, like I said, I've only gotten overland gear for them. Maybe one of them will drop a mythic lead. I can almost guarantee one of them will probably drop a mythic lead. It just doesn't, I mean, I feel like they would put that in one of the bosses, but it's very unlikely, since we didn't see it, that there will be any other additional sets from these though, besides the mythic leads or the overland sets, because they weren't in the patch notes. So unless there's some surprise that ZeniMax wants to, give us with that, I don't think that's gonna happen. There's definitely achievements from them, because I got an achievement from killing that one, and possibly more there as well. For me, I look at this content and I don't think it will compare to something like Vadistron Hollows, because that arena, or like Maelstrom Arena, will keep you running it due to the fact that you want specific achievements and weapons from it. Same with dungeons. My fear with these is there won't be a reason to keep wanting to fight them. And to be fair, the devs may not intended that to be the case anyways. These merely could have just been put in the game to just wander around and wreck people as they, quest or the part of the experience in the Deadlands, which is perfectly fine. But as someone who is looking for new PvE content in the game, I'm curious about that, and I'm always trying to find something else to do that is fun. And to be honest, for me, this content, if it's supposed to be hard content and they're only dropping overland gear, it's like, why would you run that content when you can just run world bosses to get the overland gear? So to me, I hope that there's another incentive to run them. Like, I hope they drop other things. And so I will be a little disappointed if there isn't any other reason to do them, because again, just like Oblivion portals, I think these could have really been expanded upon if there's not more to them, or really have a lot of potential. You could have allowed them to drop like 2-piece weapon themed items, like for each of them, that is like monster sets, but maybe it isn't a guaranteed drop, so you can't just get them guaranteed. Like, you have to keep farming them to get each one, and it takes RNG to get it. Maybe they drop a mount that would have been farmable, or pieces of a mount that would have been farmable. Again, there are just a lot of possibilities, I think, that could have came from this, and could have made this content more replayable. And who knows, maybe there is something up the dev's sleeves, and again, they might not intended this content to be like that, and that's perfectly fine. I want to say that. But for me, like I said, as a heavy PvE in-game player, I want gameplay loops that keep me running the gameplay. You know what I mean? I personally think that that's something that ESO could improve on in the future in its in-game PvE content, is making the gameplay loops more appealing to run over and over again. Now, some of them are there. You've got Vadistron Hollows, Maelstrom Arena, Trials, Dungeons, like you've got the achievements to get in those, and the motifs, right? Those are there. The motif farming for dailies, that kind of stuff is there, right? But I feel like in some cases that it's still absent in a lot of ways. One great example of how ESO could structure this is in their Undaunted event. Their Undaunted event is fantastic because the Undaunted event gets you farming dungeons to get Opal weapon style pages, which is really fun to grind because they look awesome. So if they added more of that to the end game, I just feel like there would be more people just grinding these loops. So I hope that these bosses have a little bit more to them. They are fun to do initially, I think, but it's just going to be something, again, that if it doesn't have any additional things, it's kind of like they're just there, I think ESO does a lot of things well in all aspects of the game, but I would really love for them to expand on this front. I think there's so many possibilities from the ideas that they have. It's just, will they actually implement more expansive things from their ideas? So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, heavy attack that bell icon to stay up to date on all the content in the channel. Leave a comment below letting me know what you think about these if you've got to try them out. If you haven't gotten to try them out yet, then, you know, that's perfectly fine. You know, let me know when they go live if you like them or if you don't like them. And let me know what you think about my opinion on that. I really would like to hear your feedback in the comments section. But if you want to come watch me play live, you can watch me at twitch.tv/brahwegotthis. Again, we have a Discord, link below is in the description, and we have our website at brahwegotthis.com. But until next time, y'all, just remember to have faith, be great, and I'll see you on ESO.